What do you think's the biggest issue facing Dartford right now?
Honestly, absolutely everything.
Really?
Immigration, most of it. Yeah. Immigration, definitely. All the people that moved here are immigration, 100%. Yeah, 100%. There's hardly any English shops whatsoever in the high street anymore. It's all foreign shops. They're taking away all the old English shops. The little market now is just rubbish. Again, all foreign shops.
Well, it lacks a lot of amenities. I mean, our shops are very poor for a start. Most of them are charity shops.
And it's just the same shops opening up all the time, and it's like people take the wrong way, like African shops, all that. There's not much for us. Like, it seems to be more and more for, like, as if we're in a different country to us now. And I'm going to say what I feel.
You're okay if you want a haircut, when you get your nails done, and things like that. Or maybe give and take from a charity shop. There's not a lot else here.
Barber shops, vape shops.
Yeah, what do you make of it? Like, what?
Well, no, you wonder how they make a living.
Yeah, years ago I might have been in the pub and not even bothered about that, but you start changing and then you see there ain't much to do. And nothing like bowling alley or cinema, that kind of thing.
It's just gone downhill.
Who's to blame in your mind?
Well, you could blame the government, you could blame the council, but then they'll blame the government. So at the end of the day, common term is politicians. Doesn't matter which party.
I think what they done was right to the people, everyone, and they voted for them. And all they done is took from the poor, all the time. They stopped the poor old people. I'm not a pensioner, but they took the pensioners' cold weather payment. They stopped this, and they want to stop disabled people's money. Why attack the poor?
But everybody promises you things and, you know, it doesn't just seem to work out.
Right.
So
You could be red, you could be blue, you could be green, you could be that light coloured blue that they've suddenly come up with. None of them are going to do anything.
Yeah,
Look, we've got a pension rise this year. Water rates have gone up a third. It was £400, it's now £600. My pension has gone up £400 a year, and my personal pension I took out for 30 years. I got £31 tax taken out of that now. So that's all the pension rise gone.
Big result for reform last week. Local elections here, all four wards gone to Nigel Farage. What did that surprise you at all?
It did a bit.
I was quite surprised at who won, you know, so it shows what's going on, doesn't it really? People just want to try something different now.
Right. Do you think it's because of what they were promising, or do you think it's because of the sort of feelings towards the previous council?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah.
And Farage's got first. He goes around pubs. He seems more like a normal human being, not the Westminster bubble.
Farage is, to use a common saying, all mouth and no trousers. You know, I don't believe him or anyone else will do anything. Once they're in power, they get paid, that's it. You know, they can promise you the earth, but they'll do nothing.
Nigel Farage, I think he's trying to speak the truth. But I don't trust any of them anyway. I'm going to say that as well. But he's saying what he's going to do. Well, I've heard it of everybody else. He's going to do this, he's going to do that, whatever. I've never been a racist in my life, never ever. But he's saying he's going to stop the immigrants coming in and whatever, do this and that. If he can do that, I'll make him right. I don't say people who need to be here, but the illegals shouldn't be here.
So what do you think? Where did the Conservatives get it wrong?
I don't know. Do you know, to be honest with you, I don't really vote, but I did this year for a simple reason. I've always been Conservative because my husband's ex-army.
Right.
And that, you know, so, but I felt they just let us down all the way in one thing and another, you know. They promise you this and then it doesn't happen. You know, there's all this mortgage thing and pensions, like, I'm a pensioner myself. You know, I mean, they've stopped that now.
Rishi Sunak was doing all right But I think he suddenly thought that he could do anything and everything. They didn't really have enough power. Then the biggest mistake the Conservatives made, in my opinion, is they elected Liz Truss.
They lost Conservative Prime Minister.
Yeah.
He spoke well.
Rishi.
And things were going quite well. If he hadn't put the up for the election, then left it to November, he might have got back in because interest rates were going down.
Right.
Things were getting up.
Right.
Because they had so, for it's 400 million, that 400 billion they had to borrow during the COVID.
Yeah.
And he did look after us well. We even got electric paid for. You know, he was the best out of the Conservatives.
So do you think the Reform's victory last week one off, or do you think it'll keep happening?
Hopefully they will give us something, do something for us, not just for me, for the pensioners, for everybody really.
Having Reform on the council, do you think they'll address these issues in the next couple of years?
Hopefully, yeah. Things need changing for once. If someone says they're going to do things and they do it. I know they can't do everything, but you know what I mean. Like, some positives for once instead of always the negatives.
People who deserve it, the nurses, the doctors, all the 5 emergency services, all the 4 emergency services, that schools, pretty bad, not enough. Doctor surgeries, doctors are the same. You mean you can't get into the doctors. Everything's phone call, isn't it? So just a lot, just really give a good shake up of everything, housing for people who need it,
Right.
Stop the buildings. Yeah. Stop. Don't build no more. Open some more schools. Definitely hospital. You need hospital because hospital you just got no chance. You'll be dead before you get seen. True. The hospital's a nightmare. The park, they've done wonders with it. But they've built everything around it. Before you used to have a lovely view. Now you just got flats. Stop building. Stop building. Try and get back to us being locals again, and the English getting a bit more help instead of the foreign people coming in, getting everything and having an attitude with it. Actually, is what they've got.
Because I think they're going to be the worst thing for this country ever. Not because of what they're talking about, because what they're doing is they are picking up on a lot of what people are saying. But they won't do anything about it. Nigel Farage, an MEP, hardly ever went there. Took all the money, but hardly ever went there.
Right.
And we'll see how Reform does in the councils.
Are you confident that they'll maybe make a change?
Reform?
Yeah, at the local level. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Years ago, I used to come out, even now. I wouldn't come out here late at night. They're in the back roads, they're in the alleys, without saying too much racist, but they're out there. I'd be frightened to go to a cash machine. I wouldn't. I'm a man, 50 years old. I'd be frightened to go to a cash machine in this town late at night. Because there's so many of them, they're everywhere. They're stopping in tents, they're living down the road. The country's full.
I've got 3 kids, 3 young kids, and then I'm worried about their future and them growing up. You've got knife crime around here now, didn't have that. Guns, you didn't have that. You had crime, but nothing on that level. You're scared for your kids around the area now, so I kind of want to pick them up and move them out.
You don't feel safe in your own town anymore. Not during the day, it's not too bad. But I'm on about, if you want to go out in the evening, I wouldn't walk about my own. Because they will stab you. You can only have a tenner or 20 quid on you. They'll take it. And the police can't find them because they've got no records. They're not meant to be here. They've got no fingerprints. They've got no DNA. So if they stab you or me, they can get away with it. Right. But if I stab someone, they've got my DNA, they've got my fingerprints. They've got nothing for them. They're not meant to be here. And there's thousands of them here.
I'm fortunate, we're all right, we can manage on the money we've got, but there's people who've got nothing, and they're just, it's terrible, how the elderly, people like, today is the day, isn't it, VE Day, people who fought in the war and they're sitting at home, they can't heat the place, have to make a choice, food or heating.